The Equal for All project is our opportunity to raise awareness for gender equality and to share success stories of the many people that helped us achieve the many successes that we're celebrating today.
I was one of the original ideation group. The West organization was a brainchild of a number of community members who were involved in making the mosaic of Windsor and Essex. Our original thought process was that we needed an organization. Though many of our agencies were serving immigrants and newcomers coming into this diaspora, we wanted to have an organization that would support women and help women become professionals in their own right. So our original meeting place was in the basement of the United Way, which was on University Avenue. And we would all meet together and brainstorm the ideas as to how we could have and create an organization where we would draw women from the different groups that we had, but give them the opportunity to be professionals. And that's how West Women's Enterprise Skills Training was created. We then applied for a grant. I can reel off some of the names of the original individuals apart from me, were Evelyn Myrie, Martha Reevely, Clayton Talbot, Janet Green Potomsky. We were all of one mind. And that's how West was created.
Our mission is to help visible minority women improve their lives in Windsor and Essex County. And any meeting, be it for something for the university where I work or with West, I'm always talking about the great work that we do. Just the other day, I had an opportunity when I was out in the county to meet the new consulate from Mexico, and he was like, I need a program to help some of the women in the community that are here as guest workers. And I'm like, you need to talk to Rose here at West, because this is exactly the role that we fill.
I joined West in 1989 as a participant. Later on, I served as the board president for 4 years, from 2007 to 2011. As a past participant, I knew firsthand all the barriers visible minority had to face when competing in the Canadian labor market. As a president, during my term, we were able to acquire many different funds through the federal and provincial government to empower women of Windsor and Essex and to further their education.
West has done a lot for me in terms of fast-tracking me back into the workforce. I was on maternity leave for quite some time. I had 2 little boys, back to back, and twins that I lost. So I had like almost 8 years of maternity leave kind of space. But I kind of went back to work prematurely because I couldn't deal with my boys at home. So I said, I need to be talking to adults. So we moved to here. And when we came here, one of my friends, Lindy Ware, she works here, she'd asked me what I wanted to do because she's a job developer. And I said, I just don't want any of the office jobs anymore. I want to try something new. So when this program came, she sent it to me, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go and do this. And part of the reason was it was free. So that was a huge part for me to say, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to put my all, like, who does anything for free these days? So when I saw that it was a program that was sponsored all through, I said, well, let me give it a shot and see where it would take me. And today I'm happy to say I'm still in the industry and just looking to grow with it.
I'm from Somalia. So I came in Canada in 2015, December 10. So I didn't understand anything. I didn't have like anybody that helped me in the classroom. So it was like frustrated. Then when after the summer break, I came back, I started with labor 1 and 2. That time it was like again, like frustrated, but I never gave up. I try my best to do my education, like work hard. I remember one day, like I didn't know how to do banking, so one of my teacher Kamalinder, she said she taught us banking, and she told us all of us to she encouraged us to go to bank, talk to the teller, and tell them that you wanted to do telephone banking. So I was the one of the student, the first student went to there and asked the without translator, go there and ask them I wanted to do telephone banking. So the second time I came, I told my teacher, and she proud of me. She said, "You're doing well, so keep going, never give up." So always West women trying to encourage me to never give up. I can do it. So I told myself I can do it.
So prior to joining West, I worked in general labor positions at factories in the local Windsor-Essex region. And during the 2020 pandemic, I discovered skilled trades with Women in Skilled Trades and joined the industry by ways of going to St. Clair College, getting an education, furthering my development as a person, and being given the opportunity to reach out, break barriers, enter rooms that I did not think I had access to. And with that, it has brought me several opportunities that will take me thousands of miles further than where I originally thought I would be 5 years ago. So currently I'm employed with the Millwright Regional Council at the local 1244 as a third year Millwright apprentice. And I just completed my second year training, and I'm highly anticipating on.
I was participants between 2005 and 2013 with some breaks in between. I came in 2005 to study English. My first language is Spanish. So I like West because the teachers were very caring, and they were ensuring that we were learning English, not only the grammar, but also to be able to speak it. Then the second stage I moved to the ELT program. That was English not only to communicate and be able to go shopping, but this English program was also for the workforce. So after taking that program, I was able to take some admin jobs like administrative assistants at university or bank teller at back then Bank of Montreal. And then with me working in between, the other program, I think that was the one that helped me a lot. It was MTP. It was management training program that helped us accountants, because my background from Peru is accounting, to find work in our fields. So that program, basically provided by West, was my stepping stone that helped me to move to the job I wanted in Canada. Currently, on a way of giving back, I became West Treasurer. And currently, I can say I work in a large organization as a senior accountant. The name of the organization is Syncreon, or DP World. We just got bought by DP World, and it's a global company. So I talk to co-workers across the globe, could be in Europe, could be in United States, in Canada. It's pretty interesting. And I think if it wasn't for those programs at West, I probably wouldn't be here working in my field.
When we started, we had one or two staff for West. We just had two large sponsors from the government, and then we just proceeded with the programs that the government wanted to help women and girls. And right at the beginning, we were worried about the money, which was small, and about getting staff for the programs that looked as though they were coming. And we had to have the sponsor and the government funding for that. So as that moved along, I think our values never changed. They we started helping women, then girls, with expanded programs for the women and girls that were disadvantaged. And the language then was getting these programs ready for people who were coming to Canada, the newcomers, planning. And finally, we were able to grow, the budget developed, and the language now is, through our teachings and our managers and our executive director, our language changes. Our social values have expanded. You will hear things that say, we want social justice now. We are expanding into disability justice. Have not adapted to the fact that disabled people want to work, and they are quite capable and have many skills. And so we just do the disability justice, and then we're now talking about equity for all. Diversity is a word that everybody understands now. 30 years ago, it was just breaking through. So the EDI, equity, diversity, inclusiveness, you'll see this on posters. We have managed to change and bring all these social values to the fore with our organization. Not one person, the whole group of West. They understand what we stand for. And then, we feel that this is a good time for West, actually. And everybody seems to understand the mission and the principles, and our executive director and staff are really focused. They're wonderful, and as one has said, West really knows that if women prosper, the country prospers.
It understands the struggles of individuals that have different lived experience in our community, and then couples that with gender, and then offers opportunities to individuals that they may not have even thought about. Like when I think about the skilled trades program, I wish I had known about the skilled trades program when I was younger. And so West champions for every single population of women, every generation of women, what the opportunities are for them, and then they provide them the skill set, they provide them the resources, they provide them the information, and then open up the opportunity with community partners in increasing awareness of the importance of having women an equal part in the community. So, and it's transforming generations of women and transforming families. So it's such an honor to be a part of it.
West is a blessing for women who find themselves in those positions of having left the workforce and raised their family, etc., and things like that come up in life all the time. And West is a blessing to them women, giving them an opportunity to get back into the workforce after they've completed their obligations that brought them out of it. And it does a fine job of doing that. It has all of the tools which have been generated over the several years, and they do a fine job of placing people in work. They do a fine job of assisting with language differences and delivering the tools that they require to further themselves into the employment sphere. And that might be introducing them to an employer. It might be just placing them on placements that would further their opportunities to get employment, and having their social gatherings that they have in the program itself that encourages them to be more comfortable in social settings with other people. So I think it has that very well under control, and it's all an enhancement to the individuals that participate in the program's future.
Women are still struggling in many parts of the world to be able to express themselves without fear and without being laughed at by the rest of the community. I think it's really important for those of us who have made that journey. And you look at me and you know, I've lived a long life. I got white hair. We need to put our hands out and hang on tight to those women. But we hide, we do not hide. Do we laugh? No. But we encourage. It's not just in our community, it's around the world. When you travel around the world, you see women. And when you look at your young girls trying to be somebody, clap and remove the word no from your vocabulary. That's my goal. And I wish that would be everybody's goal. We encourage and we clap.
There were immense times when, you wanted to give up. And we had coordinators at the time, Marianne and Sergio, were like big supporters and cheerleaders. They made sure we had everything that we needed. They made sure we showed up. They kept telling us, you know what, guys, keep pushing, the sky's the limit. Just the way that they were handling us as women and as people in the trades, you felt like you're somebody very important. So to that, I say hats off to whoever came up with the idea that West should be bond, because people like me today are benefiting from this program, and it's made me grow as a person. It's made me realize that my limitations were the ones that I was only just acknowledging.
Women's Enterprise Skills Training of Windsor has been providing services in Windsor and Essex County since 1987. This is an opportunity for us to look back, to remember our why. Why was this organization founded? Why is it still important? Why is it relevant? Over the last 36 years, we have been providing a full range of programs and services benefiting women in Windsor and Essex County. There have been many leaders that have helped shape our story and the reason that we are still providing services in our community today. This is an opportunity for us to thank them and to remember why we are doing our work.